Newcastle United fans, get ready for some exciting news. From revealing Newcastle United's share of Ivan Toney's transfer fee amid his potential move from Brentford.
Got him! Got him!
To Newcastle United receiving an official offer for defender. To Rafa Benitez handing Newcastle United a massive boost. To game changer set to return from injury ahead of Newcastle's clash against Fulham. Join us as we uncover the latest Newcastle United news. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because you won't want to miss a single moment of this incredible journey.
Let's go.
Starting off, Newcastle United could potentially earn a significant profit if Ivan Toney, currently playing for Brentford, is sold during the current transfer window. Toney, 27 years old, recently returned to football after serving an 8-month ban for breaching betting rules. He is expected to feature in Brentford's Premier League match against Nottingham Forest on Saturday. Despite his recent comeback, there has been intense speculation about Toney's future, with Arsenal and Chelsea reportedly expressing interest. In a lighthearted manner, Brentford manager Thomas Frank jokingly placed a £100 million price tag on Toney's head. Now that Toney is eligible to play for Brentford again, as well as other clubs, his return has sparked discussions about a potential transfer during the January 2024 window. Toney himself has expressed his eagerness to compete in competitive football once more and has indicated that a move away from Brentford is a possibility. In a recent interview on Sky Sports, Ivan Toney said,
"That mean that maybe one day there'll be a right time to move on from Brentford, but this January is not that right time."
Well, I don't know. You can never predict when's the right time to move elsewhere. But I mean, it's obvious that I'd like to play for a top club. Everybody wants to play for the top clubs, fighting for titles and these kind of things. So whether it's this January, the right time was to be, a club was to come in and pay the right money, who knows?
If a transfer does materialize, Newcastle United stands to benefit financially. When Newcastle initially bought Toney from Northampton Town in 2015, they later sold him to Peterborough United for slightly over £1 million 3 years later. The exact details of the sell-on clause were confirmed by Dara McAnthony, the chairman of Peterborough United, suggesting that Newcastle would receive a significant sum of money if Toney is sold. Peterborough United chairman Dara McAnthony bought Ivan Toney from Newcastle United and then sold him to Brentford. He has now explained exactly how these deals were structured. McAnthony, speaking on his Hard Truth podcast about the fee and the sell-on clauses when Ivan Toney moved to Peterborough from Newcastle United, he said, "Newcastle didn't want to sell Ivan Toney to us. They wanted him to move on loan. But we don't loan strikers, so we invited Newcastle to share in Ivan's future success with a sell-on fee. They agreed, and they wanted 50% of any future transfer profit. That was never going to happen, as we were paying a fee for Ivan as well, so we settled on 30%. We paid Newcastle a transfer fee of £350 spread over 3 years. We have received £10 million so far from Brentford, and we will receive X amount. I'm not allowed to say the number of any future profit, and Newcastle will receive 30% of what we get from us. We earn money every time Ivan moves, and so do Newcastle. That's how these deals are structured, and I'm all for it. It's like a chain reaction, and it's the best thing." Overall, Newcastle United could make a substantial profit if Ivan Toney is transferred from Brentford during the current transfer window. The interest from top clubs and the potential sell-on clause from his previous transfer from Newcastle indicate the financial boost that Newcastle could receive from Toney's departure. Then, according to Turkish transfer journalist Yagiz Sabuncuoglu,
What do you mean by that?
Besiktas has reportedly submitted a formal bid for Newcastle United's Jamaal Lascelles. Sabuncuoglu, who works for Sports Digital and has a significant Twitter following of 1.1 million, claims that the Turkish club has made an official offer for the center-back. This isn't the first time Lascelles has been linked with a move to Besiktas. Sky Sports previously reported the Turkish club's strong interest during the final days of the summer transfer window, and the Mail recently stated their ongoing desire to bring the 30-year-old to Turkey. Lascelles' contract is set to expire this summer, and his potential sale could help alleviate the financial constraints Newcastle faces due to Premier League profit and sustainability rules, PSR. However, Newcastle currently lacks depth at centre-back, which raises questions about whether manager Eddie Howe would be willing to sanction Lascelles' departure without a suitable replacement. While Lascelles' first-team opportunities may be limited now that Sven Botman is fit again, he remains the next in line to fill in if Botman or Fabian Schär are unavailable. Nevertheless, Newcastle does have other options such as Dan Burn, Emil Kraft, and Paul Dummett, who are capable of playing in central defense if needed. The potential transfer of Jamaal Lascelles to Besiktas raises a dilemma for Newcastle United. While it could help address their financial constraints, it would leave them thin in terms of centre-back options unless a suitable replacement is secured. The situation remains uncertain, and it remains to be seen how Newcastle and Eddie Howe will approach this bid, and whether they will entertain the possibility of selling Lascelles. Then moving on, according to a report from Chris Waugh in The Athletic, Javier Manquillo is nearing a January move to Celta Vigo. Newcastle United have not made progress in terms of incoming transfers, but they are looking to offload some fringe players to create room in the wage budget and comply with financial constraints. Manquillo has been sidelined this season due to a series of muscular injuries. Despite that, he has been at Newcastle since 2017, but is fourth-choice right-back, behind Kieran Trippier, Tino Livramento, and Emil Kraft, and his contract is due to expire at the end of the season. However, after undergoing a successful operation, he is close to full fitness and is expected to join Celta Vigo, reuniting with his former manager at Newcastle, Rafa Benitez. This would be the second time that Benitez has signed Manquillo, as he initially brought the Spanish right-back to Newcastle from Atletico Madrid in 2017. Benitez joined Celta Vigo in the summer, and the club is currently positioned 16th in La Liga, just 2 points above the relegation zone. A move to Celta Vigo would make sense for all parties involved. It would free up space in Newcastle's squad, reduce the wage bill, and allow Manquillo to find regular playing time elsewhere. Then, in other Newcastle United news, there has been a bit of positive injury news. Newcastle midfielder Joe Willock recently shared an upbeat video on his social media dancing to music with a cryptic message. With many believing the upload signals, he may finally be fit to return to the squad. The thoughts were, however, then late confirmed courtesy of Joe's Instagram, through a video posted later of him and Matt Targett working hard and stepping up their returns.
Please be fit, please be fit.
While a massive congratulations to Kieran Trippier, who is the Northeast Football Writers Association's Player of the Year for 2023. Then finally, if you want to know the exciting player Newcastle could be about to sign as confirmed by Sky Sports, click the link in the pinned comments.